guys, happy Sunday and welcome back to my channel. This week we're going to be doing a little update and DIY for our front living room. We have not done any updates in that space for quite a while now. We painted the whole room and painted the fireplace and all of that a long time ago, years ago, and haven't really done much to it since then. We've done some little DIYs here and there. I thought it was about time that we revisited it, and I want to update some of the furniture in the space and do a little DIY that we can add for decor to the space. So if you guys are interested in updating my front family room with me, then make sure to like and subscribe to the channel so you can see more of my videos, and we are going to get right into it. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is a quick update to the furniture in the front room of our house. We're going to be swapping out 2 chairs that we have in the space for some chairs that are a little bit more cozy, fit the vibe a little bit better, are going to be a little bit more flexible in how you can use them. The ones that we have in there right now are really nice chairs, but they're just a little bit more like mid-century modern in vibe and a little bit more rigid and structured of a chair. We're going to be putting some in that are much more like fluffy, oversized, cozy, and are going to be perfect for making the space a really nice reading nook area. So I'm super excited about that. So we're going to go ahead and start off by taking the old chairs out, and then we'll be able to swap in the new ones.
I've been wanting to turn this little corner of our house into more of a reading nook. I really love that the front portion of our house doesn't have any TVs or technology that can serve as a distraction, so I wanted to continue with that vibe by making a cozy space to read or relax in. I really wanted to change the chairs out to something that you can lounge in a little bit more comfortably and something that's more multi-purpose. To do that, I found this Sikaic convertible sofa bed, and I thought it would actually be perfect for this space because you can sit in the chair to read or lay it out to recline on the sofa bed if you want to be even comfier. I went with the gray, which I really like because it works with the rest of the room without competing with everything else. They had a really gorgeous green and a couple of other colors that also caught my eye, but I thought the gray would work better with the colors and not clash with the green we already have on the fireplace. And I really love the texture of the corduroy. I'm a big fan of corduroy, especially in furniture. I love adding texture to my furniture pieces, and this one has that soft, slightly ribbed look that makes the whole corner feel just so much cozier. And Nala really loves it too. She lays here all the time now. With the addition of the pillows, which are super sturdy and allow for really nice back and neck support, and adding a blanket or two, it started feeling so much more like an intentional little reading space. And it's actually really comfortable. The cushions have memory foam filling, so it's soft enough that I can actually sit here for a while without getting uncomfortable. I've been loving having somewhere that I can come and just sit with my book, have my coffee, or honestly just get away from my desk for a little bit. I feel like having a specific little spot for relaxing makes me way more likely to actually take the time to do it. This is situated right next to the library that we built in our dining room, so it's really perfect for a reading space. But this is the part that actually made me choose these chairs over just getting a regular lounge chair. It folds completely out into a bed. Most of the time it's just my little reading nook, but if we ever have someone staying over, I can unfold it and have an extra space for them to sleep. When it's folded up, it's pretty compact, so it works really well in a smaller room or an unused corner like this, and I can keep it in the lounge position most of the time and just unfold it whenever I actually need the extra space for sleeping or for lounging to read. I think my favorite part is that it doesn't really look like a sofa bed when it's sitting here. With the gray corduroy and the pillows and everything styled around it, it just looks like a cozy little reading chair that actually fits with the room, and I think the scale of it works so well with the other pieces that we already had. But knowing that I can turn it into a bed when I need to makes it so much more functional, and I really love laying it out when I want to read for an extended amount of time and I want to be extra comfy. So now I finally have a little reading nook that I actually want to use, and I'm getting a second purpose out of the space without having to add another huge piece of furniture. And honestly, that's exactly what I wanted for this corner. So I'm super happy with the Sikaic chairs that we added to our space. If you're interested in checking out these chairs or any of the other furniture that they have on their website, I'll link it below for you guys so that you can check them out.
have the new chairs in our front room. We're going to be doing a DIY that we can add as decor to the space. We can really put this DIY anywhere in the house. I just think it would be nice to have this as like a little vase that we can have up in that room, especially because I just took a vase out of that space and put it into my bedroom. So I found this old glass vase that I had like in the back of my cabinet, didn't even know I had it, and we're going to be trying to make it look a little bit more like stone. So this is a very easy DIY. You've probably seen other people use this technique before. I've used this technique before, but it's one of my favorites because it is really, really effective. All you need for this is some acrylic paints. I'm going to be using black, this like brushed bronze color, this honeycomb like tannish color, and then this one's called linen. It's basically like an off-white, and white also works. I just was out of white. You need some paintbrushes, some baking soda. You can also honestly use like dirt for this if you want to. If you don't have baking soda on hand, dirt, sand, anything like that will also work. And then I'm using aluminum foil just to put my paints on because I don't have any paper plates and I don't want to get a plate dirty, whatever you want to put your paints on. So really, really easy. We're going to just mix up some colors over here and add some baking soda into each of the colors. And I just kind of eyeball it, like when it looks a little bit more coarse and kind of like that stone chunkier texture, that's probably good. And then we're just going to put it on until it looks the way that we want it to look. So very simple, but it should turn out very pretty.
Country lanes and coastal plains, endless views that we're passing through, making our way to a distant place, just us two, somewhere new. We watch the sky fade into the night, with you, my arms, nothing can go wrong. We'll fall asleep on a starlit beach, just us two, somewhere new. Somewhere new. Just us two. I'll follow you to somewhere new. Somewhere new.
Show me a way out, give me your side of the story. Throw me a rope here, I've drifted way too
Alright, so this is what our vase is looking like all painted. I think it looks very stone-like. It's mostly dry at this point because it's on a glass vase. It dries very quickly, but we're going to let it sit overnight to finish drying. And something to be aware of, if you're going to do this on a glass vase like I am, then you're going to want to seal it. I also don't plan to get this vase wet. I'm going to put either like faux flowers in or put a cup inside with some water so that the vase itself doesn't get wet, because it is a little bit easier for acrylic paint to chip off of glass if you don't seal it and do things like that. If you want to be sure that it's like going to be able to handle water, that you can do whatever you want with it, then I would probably put it on a ceramic instead. But for me and for what I want to use this for, glass is totally fine, and it's also something that I feel like a lot of people tend to have a glass vase in their home from flower deliveries or things like that, so it's a little bit easier to find and not have to go out and buy. I'm gonna let this sit for the rest of the night, And then we'll come back tomorrow and we're gonna put just like a spray paint sealant over it. You can also use like Mod Podge if you want to do that as well. So very simple, very effective. I think it looks very much like stone. I've done this with other vases in our house and people have been completely fooled by it and thought that it was going to be super heavy when they picked it up. So if you want a stone vase or pedestal or whatever in your house, this is a great way to do it without having to spend the extra money.
I see it sometimes behind those kind eyes. I see it sometimes behind those kind eyes. Wake me up when this is all over.
Alright guys, well that wraps up this week's video. I hope that you enjoyed doing a little update and DIY to our front family room with me. I really love how it turned out. I think that the chairs look amazing. They're so comfortable. I really love lounging in them and reading in them and hanging out with friends up here. I also think that the vase turned out great. It's just the perfect little accent piece to be able to move around the house, to have on a table or just wherever. You could turn it into a lamp if you wanted to. There's so many things that you could do. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. If you guys enjoyed this week's video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see more of my videos. And if you have ever tried doing the baking soda paint trick on a vase or on anything at all, leave me a comment and let me know what you tried on and how it worked for you. I love hearing about everyone's projects and getting some fun new ideas. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next Sunday.
Over.